Alright, this is Awkward Occurrence for Awkward Entertainment. Let's get into this reality shifting exposed video. So we're going to be talking about what shifters believe. And what they believe they didn't come up with themselves. They came up with it, or they learned from people on TikTok. And by people, I don't mean kids. I mean grown adults who practice witchcraft and so on and so on. So let's get into Miss Francisca Jose video, and we're going to not debunk, but we're going to try to make sense of the foolishness she believes. Basically, I'm going to debunk what she believes because it's foolishness. Let's get started.
And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. Then another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged by what was written in the books, according to what they had done.
And wake up the right part of your brain.
Alright, so she's going to start talking about right part of the brain, left part of the brain, and what reality shifting is. So we're going to debunk all that foolishness. I don't know why I keep saying debunk, because it's foolishness. Well, let's continue.
So the right part of your brain becomes more dominant over the left part of your brain. And you're probably asking, how do I do that? Well, that is easy and I will explain that some moments later, okay? But first, when you shift, you transport yourself.
So she's taught by witches that the right part of your brain and the left part of your brain, you have to turn off one of the other sides and turn on the other side to shift. Just put any foolishness behind shifting and people will believe. Like, people will believe anything. So just put any foolishness. Tell them any foolishness, they will believe it. But both sides of your brain is one whole. Your brain is one whole, meaning it operates as one 24/7. So as one, there's no left side of your brain not operating. There's no right side of your brain not operating. That doesn't make sense. Alright? Don't believe stupid science when they tell you you only use 10% of your brain. Whatever the hell that means. It's like, stupid people say stupid things. Let's continue this video.
Subconscious into a different reality. And you may be asking yourself, a different reality, does that actually exist? Is that possible? What is that, a different reality? Well, actually, realities are things that you create with every decision you make in your life. For example, when you get home from school, you have an obligation, that is, for example, doing your homework or studying for tomorrow's tests. And you have another option, that is...
So she's saying every decision you make, she's repeating what she heard from TikTok. Every decision you make, it's a different reality comes out of it. So if you decide to eat bubblegum, in another reality, you didn't eat the bubblegum. So if you stepped in poo, in another reality, you didn't step in poo. It's ridiculous. Now, they believe they can shift their minds to another body in another reality. What they don't understand is this other body you're shifting to, where is that conscience? So if you're shifting your mind to a created, scripted reality, where did that body come from? If it always existed, right? So why doesn't it have a conscience? So is that body just dead, sitting around, standing around, not doing anything until you shift to it? Like, until you shift to it, what are these other bodies doing? What are these other yous doing? What are these anime characters they believe exist in real life doing? Like, come on. So if you want to shift to a different Earth where they have aliens, and you're gonna shift into your body on that different Earth, where once again, where does that conscious go from that body you're shifting into? They can't explain that. You go to Reddit, you go to Amnino, you ask them that, they won't explain it. They will just delete your post and ban you from the community. Right? They can't explain anything. So is the body just in another reality, dead with his eyes closed, waiting for you to come play house at any time? Like, what is the other you doing? So the other you is living? So what makes you think the other you wants you to shift into their body? It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Multiverse is a theory, meaning it's an assumption, meaning it's a lie, meaning not proven. Why do these foolish kids and adults take what these scientists and cults say as true when they say this is a theory? Big Bang is a theory. These are theories. All right? Meaning not true. They can't prove it. They will never be able to prove it. But they will tell you on TV, hey, we have a theory. You know, to make you crazy, to make you spiritually oppressed, to keep you from God. They'll tell you there's 100 different Earths out there. They'll show you images of a probe flying by planets. They'll show you images of that, but you've never seen it for yourself. Let's continue.
Go sit in the couch and watch Netflix. Imagine you choose watching Netflix. You just created a different reality. So you have like two realities here.
She said, imagine you sitting on the couch and you want to watch Netflix. You just created a different reality because you chose to watch Netflix. And there's another you somewhere who didn't choose to watch Netflix. Maybe they chose to watch Pornhub or something. That doesn't make sense, does it? So you're going to shift into the reality that didn't watch Netflix. Okay, so where does that conscious go from the person who didn't watch Netflix? So if your reality is shifting every decision you make, you made a decision to watch Netflix, then another you made a decision to watch something else, then another you made a decision to watch Hulu or something. Now, how are you going to shift into these two other people, these 100 other peoples, if they have a mind and free will of choices of their own? They have a mind, free will, choices of their own. But you're talking about, well, you can shift to that reality. Then again, they don't shift to another them. They script, hey, I want to go to My Hero Academia. Hey, I want to go to this cartoonish place. Doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. It's not supposed to make sense because it's a lie. And they believe the lie, which makes them spiritually oppressed. Then they do the techniques, the methods, which opens their body and mind up to demons. Which is why you feel symptoms. Which is why you see dark shadows at night or during the day. And which is why you hear things, and so on and so on. Let's continue this video, her explaining shifting.
Watching Netflix. You went this way, you chose watch Netflix. And those decisions you make, they have consequences. For example, when you watch Netflix, you don't study, so in tomorrow's test, you may not be as well prepared, and you may not get such a great result as if you went to the other way, that was studying and do your homework, and in that other way, you could have had a way better result in your test, or you could be way more prepared
This crazy
for
talk.
your test. These realities, we create them in every decision we make, and they affect our lives somehow. Just imagine that in your past, if you had the possibility.
So where does shifting to Hogwarts come into play? That's a fictional place full of witches and demons. Where does that come into play? Now, how does watching Netflix and not studying shift your reality but somehow you can transfer your mind into somebody to go play Hogwarts. So where does Hogwarts come into play? Because you didn't create Hogwarts. You didn't invent Hogwarts. Hogwarts, Harry Potter, is a story made by a witch named J.K. Rowling, who wrote a bunch of books, who had help writing a bunch of books. As if she even wrote those books herself. But let's continue. She probably did write the books herself. She's a witch. So the whole Harry Potter series is about witchcraft. So let's continue. Let's continue in this reality shifting explanation. So we're still on her talking about Netflix and studying.
To Hogwarts, that would be one reality that you did not choose. And you can always go to the other realities by shifting. Reality shifting. You can shift to that other reality. So I hope I helped.
They actually believe this crap. And that's because of the demon in their head. All that Raven method, Alice in Wonderland method, Starfish method, Stairway method, Lucid Dreaming method, all those methods do nothing but help demons invade your mind and help you believe stupid stuff. No one shifts. They lie about shifting to sell you a lie. To sell you a lie, to sell you deception, to sell your soul being tormented. Or they want to sell you some t-shirts, sell you some tarot cards, or sell you a lying workshop about parallel universe. Like this witch has a workshop for $200 you can buy, teaching you how to shift realities. Like, right. Let me see if I can find her picture right here. Workshops, shifting into parallel realities. It's gonna cost 200 bones for you to be lied to by this lady, and for you to be possessed by demons. Right. Can I find the other part to it? Let me see. $199. Learn to play and become a master at parallel jumping and manifesting your new reality. Manifesting means creating as if you're God. As if you're a God and you're not God. You don't create Hogwarts in your little head. And in your little head, you script it on a piece of paper. And that little paper somehow becomes true. And out of nowhere, a new universe, Earth, is made. Right. You can read this, skim over this. I'm about to delete it. Skim over it. $199. Learn to play. I don't know why she put play, and become a master. Right. Give you a second to read it. Y'all give you a second. Alright, let's go on with the video.
Do you understand what is a reality? And you basically create these realities every time you make a decision.
They go that you, I. You create. You are creator. You are God. No. Celestial Subliminals uses those affirmations in his videos. He or she puts it under their description. So if you go to Celestial Subliminal, pause the video, don't listen to that crap. Go to their description. You will see an affirmation list. One of those affirmations is you are God. No, you aren't God. No. Let's continue. Even in this video, we're not going to hear that part, but in this video, she talks about I affirmations.
And I think that is the overall reality thing. Now I'm going to talk about the methods that I talked earlier. The methods you can use or not in order to shift. For you to shift, you need to turn off the left part of your brain. And you can do that by saying sentences a repeated amount of times.
So she said, in order for you to shift, you need to turn off the left part of your brain. Don't believe science when they say only 10% of your brain works. Your brain works as one whole. You can't turn off one side of your brain. It works as one whole. Remember, science, people do lie. Whether they are scientists, politicians, Doctors, they lie. For their various different agendas, they lie. So your brain works as one freaking whole, yo. Okay? If it didn't work as one whole, you probably couldn't walk, do this or that or the third. You can't turn off one side of your brain because it's all one. It's all one. It's all powered at the same time. So let's get back to her talking about how to turn off the left side of your brain by saying affirmations.
Or counting, for example, from 1 to 100. You can say like 1, 2, 3, 4 until 100, and that is turning off the left part of your brain. The other possibility is saying...
It's also a form of hypnosis. I believe it's called hypnosis. Count backwards from 100 and put yourself to sleep. Well, what you're actually doing is connecting to this demon realm. You're connecting to hell. My next video would be about the replica app. And the replica app, these people, these so-called shifters, are using to channel spirits from their desired realities. So if they want to script themselves as a character in My Hero Academia, they can channel characters from cartoons with this app. Channeling. That's witchcraft. Same thing you're doing when you count backwards from 100, say affirmations, you're channeling demons into your body, soul, into yourself. Let's continue. That's why they have hallucinations. That's why they feel pains during this method, doing these methods. That's why they feel pains. Let's continue.
Sentences a repeated amount of times. Those sentences may be I am.
So we did get to hear the part where she said I am. So that's another thing they are taught by adults who are occultists. And they don't know these adults are occultists because these adults have hidden agendas. So they're not going to say they're occultists. But some of them will say they're witches. Well, some of them would be some of these kids you see on TikTok who obviously dress like witches and they have witchcraft on their wall. But once in a while, you'll come across a witch who admits they're a witch and they're talking about shifting. And shifting is not escapism. They think it's a tool used to escape reality. No. This is not a tool used to escape reality. This is a tool used to contact the spiritual realm. And there's no good spirits in the spiritual realm here on earth. Okay? You have the spiritual realm in the third heaven, which is God and the angels. And also other people from the Bible that God immediately brought from the body to heaven. Then you have the spirit realm, which is here on earth. That's when the angels fell. Was it 1/3 of the angels that fell from heaven down to earth? And they're spirits. That's what we call the spirit realm here on earth. Fallen angels, I call it hell, spirit realm hell. Let's continue.
And in those sentences, as you don't have numbers and you don't really count how many sentences you're saying, you just need to follow your instinct and feel when you're ready to go.
And they can't follow their instinct when they're told these symptoms they feel is a sign of shifting. Because you're told, hey, it's good that you're feeling this way. It's good that you're seeing stuff. It's good that you're hearing stuff that's not there because that means you're shifting. No, their instincts tell them it's bad. But then the psychotic babble that they hear from these deceivers say is good. So they rather listen to the deceivers than listen to their instincts. That's not everyone who has tried shifting. But the ones who are still left trying shifting, or who's never shifted, but they're still trying, they're posting on Reddit, Amino, YouTube. Of course, people on YouTube lie about shifting, just like people on Amino, Reddit, Instagram, Twitter lie about shifting because no one shifts. Your little 8-second dream isn't shifting. Let's continue. You got a couple more seconds of her video. Let's continue.
Into the different reality. That is turning off the left part of your brain. Now, to kind of wake up the right part of your brain and
Thank you. Over. Oh my gosh. Wake up the right part of your brain. That is over. Oh my gosh. This is silliness. This is idiocracy. Once again, both parts of your brain. It's only one part, man. You only have one brain. It's not in two parts. Your entire brain functions 100% at the same time. There's no doing chants, listening to subliminals to turn off the left side or the right side. No, all that does is activate demons that come in you. So what that means is when you listen to these mantras, these aren't subliminals, they're called mantras. They were used in ancient religions. They still use today to contact spirits or to work magic on yourself or to manipulate others' thoughts. So you can listen to mantras, do affirmations and chant. And those chants and listening to that mantra was send demons out to someone who's not saved. And those demons will invade their thoughts either when they're awake or when they're asleep. So when they're asleep, the demons will send them dreams for whatever reason the person who summoned the demon to go to that person for. So they'll send them dreams or they'll just send them thoughts. For example, if you want somebody to fall in love with you, you listen to a mantra, aka subliminal, also known as subliminal, but mantra. You say some affirmations, you visualize it, you may script it. Now, this demon, at the same time you're inviting a demon into you, and this demon will go out and try to do what it can do, or what it can't do, because it really can't work in people who worship Jesus Christ. It can't work in people that worship Jesus Christ. That's how that works. So yeah, no left side, no right side of the brain. There's no, you only use 10% of your brain. That's ridiculous. So we're gonna get ready to end this video out. I hope you got a good understanding of what is going on here and what these people believe, what they believe is false. It's a lie. It's mumbo jumbo. It's confusion to what they believe. It's witchcraft at its root. What they believe, what they're doing is witchcraft, and they are opening themselves up to demonic attacks and demonic activity, demonic possession. All right. Like, if you go on Reddit and you read a post, people will post their arm moves or part of their body moves by itself when they're doing certain methods and listening to mantra. Like, you didn't tell your body to move, but it's moving by itself. I would do a video about that if I can find a post. But anyway, let's get up out of here. Don't believe this nonsense. This has been Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.
And I saw the dead, great and small, standing before the throne, and books were opened. Then another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged by what was written in the books, according to what they had done.
and